Hi, my name is Wesley Ogude, the lead consultant at Springwells Consulting and the CEO of the Springwells group of companies based in Canada. I spent over 2 decades plus trying to climb the corporate ladder before I looked back to realize that I was not creating wealth, even though I was driving my income upward. Now, this is what has driven us at Springwells Consulting to come up with the solution for high income to wealth, which is targeted at corporate leaders, executives who have attained high income, but they want to transition into creating wealth that will outlast them. When you join our Foundation Cohort, you will come out on the other end with the uncommon clarity as to what is the distinction between really attaining high income and creating wealth, and what are the asset classes that create wealth while you sleep. The intermediate cohort will begin to equip you with techniques and strategies that are very, very rare to come by, but they are guaranteed to place you in the position to create wealth that you have never done in your entire career. And when you get to the advanced cohort will tell you, exposing you to how you can now preserve wealth for many generations to come. And you'll be able to say, just like I couldn't say many years ago, but I can say today, by God's grace, that for the rest of my life, I would never carry a resume again, and I would never need to apply for another job. Now, I would let you hear some of the impact of this amazing training on some of our clients. Just listen to them. You don't want to miss this.
I've been investing for over 25 years, but my investments were limited to my RRSPs, which was really all I was familiar with. It took me 25 to 30 years to build my net worth to where it was before I became a Springwells client. But in the 2.5 years since I've been working with Springwells, I've effectively increased my net worth by 70%.
I agree with everything my husband said. Within 2 years, we've bought five properties.
Speaking about Mr. Wesley Ogude, the lead consultant in the process, I like to commend his vast understanding of the process of wealth creation and the vast knowledge and experience that he commands. Mr. Wesley speaks with facts and figures, and you could see him. He speaks based on the experiences gained.
We have since been converted from just what we were prior to the program to now real estate investors with my wife. Our way of thinking, our way of considering work, our way of considering wealth building has just been transformed since we started.
I must say, as a husband, as a father, what was also very powerful in my interaction with Mr. Wesley that I did not expect and I did not bargain for, and quite frankly, if that's all I got, was totally worth the investment.
And one of the great things that we experienced was some things we heard from this wonderful Springwells Consulting team, the things we had never heard before. And I think chief of that was the introduction to what we now know as a self-directed individual retirement account, an SDIRA. It was such a game changer. And we learned how to leverage that tool to help us acquire real estate and to build wealth. And that has been immensely helpful.
I've been investing for over 30 years before I became a client of Springwells. It took me about 30 years on my own to grow my 6-figure household income to where it is before I started working with Springwells. Since becoming a Springwells client, in the last 2 years, I have been able to replace 52% of my household income